innovating with insight, advancing with knowledge. A very good morning to one and all. With hearts full of enthusiasm and minds tuned to innovation, I, Ankita DM, Assistant Professor from the Department of ECE, welcome you all to the inaugural ceremony of the ATAL-sponsored 6-day Faculty Development Program 2025 on speech processing in hearing aids, current techniques, challenges and opportunities. May this FDP ignite ideas, inspire collaboration and pave new paths in research and engineering excellence. To begin this auspicious occasion, let us invoke the blessings of the Almighty. I now invite Ms. Maya Ji, Department of ECE, to present the invocation song.
शरणु सिद्धि विनायका शरणु विद्या प्रदायका शरणु पार्वती तनय मूर्ति शरणु मूषिकवाहन शरणु सिद्धि विनायका शरणु विद्या प्रदायका कुक्षिमहलम्बोदरने क्षुचापन गिरिदने पक्षिवाहन सिरिपुरंदर विठलन निजदासने शरणु सिद्धि विनायका शरणु विद्या प्रदायका शरणु पार्वती तनय मूर्ति शरणु मूषिकवाहन शरणु सिद्धि विनायका शरणु विद्या प्रदायका.
Thank you, Maya, for that soulful rendition. To formally open this program and set the academic tone for the day, I am honored to invite Dr. Chandrasekhar M. Patil, Professor and Head, Department of ECE, to welcome the gathering and give us a comprehensive overview of this FDP.
Very good morning, one and all present here. The ATAL Faculty Development Program, entitled Speech Processing in Hearing Aids, Current Techniques, Challenges and Opportunities, sponsored by AACT of Rs 3.5 lakhs to conduct one-week FDP. The main aim of this program to focus on core and mathematical modeling and also emerging research trends, including AI and machine learning based, thereby bridging theoretical foundations with practical applications and enabling participants to explore future research and teaching opportunities in assisting hearing technologies. It's truly a privilege to welcome the distinguished assembly of individuals. First and foremost, I would like to extend my heartfelt welcome to our esteemed chief guest, Dr. Ranveer P. Kurvati, Research Engineer, R&D Center, Panasonic, Germany. Your presence here adds a great significance to our event, and we are deeply honored. A warm welcome to you, sir. I am pleased to welcome our Honorable President, Sri Gundappa Gowda. Your guidance and strategic leadership have been pivotal in shaping the direction and success of our institution. A warm welcome to you, sir. I also extend a warm welcome to our Honorable Secretary, Engineer Sri P. Vishwanath. Your organizational acumen and commitment to excellence are truly commendable. A warm welcome to you, sir. I extend a warm welcome to Honorable Treasurer Sri Shaila Ramananavar for his constant support. A warm welcome to you, sir. We are also delighted to welcome our beloved Principal, Dr. V. Sadashiva Gowda. Your leadership and vision have been instrumental in guiding to reach new heights. A warm welcome to you, sir. I would also like to welcome Dr. Nagaraj BP, Associate Dean Research and Coordinator of ATAL FDP. A warm welcome to you, sir. I would also like to extend a warm welcome to all the deans, heads of various departments, and welcome to you all. I also like to welcome all my dear colleague friends and all the participants from different institutions. Together, we have gathered here eagerly to embark this journey with all of you. Thank you for all being here and for contributing to the success for this FDP. Once again, a warm welcome to each one of you present here. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. On behalf of the organizing committee, I wholeheartedly welcome you too. To symbolize growth, prosperity, and the nurturing of knowledge, we now proceed to the ceremonial watering of the plant. I request all the dignitaries on the dais to kindly come forward and water the plant to formally inaugurate the FDP. Knowledge grows when shared, and today we gather to nurture that growth together. With this spirit, I now invite Dr. Chaitanya DJ, Assistant Professor, Department of ECE, to kindly introduce our distinguished chief guest, Dr. Nandish P. Kurvati, who is an eminent scholar and a research engineer at Panasonic R&D Center, Germany.
A very good morning to everyone. It's my great honor to introduce our distinguished chief guest, Dr. Nandish P. Kurvati, an eminent researcher and BCCC delegate as our chief guest today. Dr. Nandish is currently a researcher at the Panasonic R&D Center in Germany, where he works at the forefront of 5G and 6G mobile communication technologies and global standardization activities. He holds a Doctor of Philosophy in Electrical and Computer Engineering from the Technical University of Kaiserslautern. His doctoral research focused on context-aware cellular networks and mobility support. He also holds a master degree in communication systems from the same university. He has made notable contribution to several prestigious European and German national projects. His work spans cutting-edge domains such as A&ML for communication systems, physical security, mobility management, congestion control, context-aware networks, digital twins, and energy-efficient wireless networks. An accomplished academic and innovator, he has published more than 30 research papers in leading international journals and conferences and has around 20 patents to his credit as an inventor and co-inventor. With his strong expertise, global exposure, and exceptional contribution to next-generation wireless technology, he stands as an inspiring role model for students, researchers, and academicians alike. We are delighted to have him with us today to share his expertise. Thank you, sir, for accepting our invitation. Thank you all.
Thank you, ma'am, for that comprehensive introduction. We are truly honored to have Dr. Nandish with us today. May I now warmly invite our chief guest to address the gathering.
Thank you very much for the very warm welcome and introduction. So respected principal, president, vice principal, head of the department, and all the distinguished members who are attending this gathering. First and foremost, thank you very much for the invitation. I'm very honored to be here and to be addressing you all on this occasion of faculty development program. So in my understanding, this faculty development program is a very nice podium, very nice platform for everyone to come together and to share their experiences and technical views and opinions So I'm also here to share a little bit from my side, so just some of the technical aspects that I know of. And the topic of today's FDP is about speech processing in hearing aids. But I actually come from a cellular networks background, as you heard in the introduction. So my first job was back in 2008 when I started as a telecom software developer with Nokia Siemens Networks, when 3G was still very predominant, and now we are in a phase where they are studying 6G in 3GPP. So I will speak a little about mobile communications and cellular networks in general, and I hope the researchers here can get something out of it. Nevertheless, I think it's still a little connected because even the hearing aids could be seen as some sort of personal area networks, and sooner or later I think that will still be coming under the umbrella of cellular networks. And when we see the big picture, I think everything comes under the electronics and communications engineering, so I think it's still a good fit to talk about mobile communications here. So just to say a little bit about mobile communications in general, and also interaction of the hearing aids with it. I read a couple of articles where there is already like this kind of hearing aids which are made compatible with the mobile phone, so that the people with these kind of hearing disabilities can use the mobile phones without needing any other equipment. And also there are certain research where they look into having some sort of cellular modem in the hearing aids itself, so that it's possible that all the processing and all the power intensive things could be done, like speech processing or even other things could be done at the mobile edge cloud. And then there is just a very light weight cellular modem at the hearing aids, but there are certain challenges. Nevertheless, I'm not going to talk more about hearing aids because that's not my technical expertise. I will speak a little about cellular communications in general. And in my understanding, the paradigm shift in the mobile communications actually happened with 5G. Even though 4G is the generation that actually brought a very big data rate and very new kind of services, 5G is the first thing that actually started including the other verticals or other industries. So till 4G, most of the use cases were human-centric. So the people using the phones for doing some sort of video conferencing or to download videos and watch it or to send SMS and so on. But 4G onwards, 5G is something that started looking into other industries. So there are industries like automotive industry where there is a requirement for very high reliability and low latency. So the use cases like URLLC for the self-driving cars, or even for collision avoidance, and some solutions like cellular V2X where the vehicle can communicate with any entity. So these kind of solutions were envisioned in 5G. And then it was also seen that some of the industrial hubs, like the manufacturing hubs of the factories, can also operate without requiring any human intervention. So for this, they also had this kind of IIoT, the industrial IoT, and also the time-sensitive networks. And further, they had this kind of massive machine-type communication where like there are thousands of sensors and actuators in a industrial setup that are communicating using the cellular services. So this is what happened with 5G. And now in the 3GPP this year, there was a meeting in Bengaluru in August where they kicked off the 6G study phase. So 6G research is more or less done, and they are looking into some of the things. They are picking up from what happened in the research. And 3GPP has started looking into the study items of this. So just to say a little bit about 3GPP, because I represent Panasonic as a delegate in 3GPP, and I hope like a lot of you already know what 3GPP does. So this 3GPP was started as a partnership project when 3G was starting, because before that there was a problem that if there is a vendor sitting in Europe and he wants to launch his services, for example in Asia, there was a problem because there was not a homogeneous standard. So the idea of 3GPP was for all the researchers to come together, all the companies to come together to negotiate, to argue, to debate, and finally have a homogeneous set of specifications and standards so that they can deploy the same network. For example, there is someone in Europe, he can deploy his network in India, and if there is a solution provider in India, he can do the same in other parts of the world. So this was the whole idea of 3GPP, and they specified also 4G, 5G, and now they're starting with 6G in this year. Just to speak a little about what happened in the 6G. So 6G is kind of add-on to 5G, although it's not entirely backward compatible. So in 60, they're looking into several things on top of what was there in 5G. So like I told, 5G already looked into different verticals, different industries. So they are trying to add more onto this. And some of the key things that were looked into are ISAC, this is integrated sensing and communication. So far the cellular networks were only used for transmitting and receiving data. That was the key job of the cellular networks, conventional ones. But now they want to use the same channel and to provide some sort of radar-like sensing. And this could be seen as an add-on to what is there already, the cellular V2X for the automotive sector. And further, there are also AI/ML solutions. So AI/ML is like proliferating in every field. So every field is making use of AI/ML, and even mobile communications is no different. So there was already a work item in 5G Advanced, and now in 60 they are trying to make more and more AI/ML native network functions and decision making. And further, one of the key things for cellular network is the bandwidth. So if you have more bandwidth, you can provide more data, you can make sure that the service is more reliable and latency constraints are also looked into. And the problem is the bandwidth is already being used in most of the frequencies that are used right now. So that's why the 3GPP is now looking into the terahertz, which is like far in the spectrum, and all the challenges with the propagation properties and so on are also looked into in this aspect. So this is a little bit about 6G. So there are also some of the research that are not taken yet into the 3GPP, like there is reconfigurable intelligent surfaces. So in any environment, the propagation characteristics are decided by the foliage, the buildings, and so on. How we can manipulate these using some sort of reflective surfaces so that we can make sure that at the receiving point there is a good SINR. That's the whole point of this RIS. And there are also other things that are not yet looked into, but in the future they will be looked into, and I hope the researchers here already know some of the topics which are there in 60. So this is a little bit about 60. So now just to share a little bit from my own experience regarding communications engineering in general. So in comparison to any other field of engineering, communications engineering is something that requires more imagination because there is no touch and feel. So that makes it very challenging, especially if we just have to think about a simple composite signal consisting of so many frequencies, or even concepts like frequency domain multiplexing, or for the cellular network guys like OFDMA, SCFDMA, and so on. It's very difficult to imagine these things. So one of the main things that helped me a lot is to do frequent pen and paper analysis, just to see like how the symbol looks like, what are the different frequencies involved, and so on. And further, there are also certain tools which are publicly available, like open source things, like there is an open air interface which is available, which also helps with the researchers to look into these different data. And further, there's also nowadays a lot of publicly available training data for AI/ML model, which are coming directly from the live network. So just playing around with these live network data will give a very good in-depth understanding of what happens in the real network, like how the shadowing, fading are changing, and how the RSRP or SINR is changing. So this gives a very good idea of the basic principles of the communications network. So that is something I would recommend everyone to do. And one more important thing is like this FDP. It's a very nice platform for the researchers to come together to exchange views, ideas, and their own experiences. So I think this networking is something that is very important. No pun intended, but also for the cellular network people. And further, it's also nice to talk beyond the groups and also not beyond the nationalities and so on, just to communicate with any researcher, just to email them. I think like they will be very happy to interact and to give answers. So I think to build a network is very important in any field. And last but not the least, I would also like to mention a little bit from my own experience about the women in technology. So I'm very happy to see a lot of women here in attendance, because when I moved to Germany, my expectation was, since it's an industrial country, I thought there will be like a lot of women in technology, but on the contrary, I just looked it up. There are around 14 to 15% of women in technology compared to India, where there are around 35 to 40%. So I think that's something very commendable, and it's also very important to promote this, to promote equality of women in society. So Having said that, I hope I did not run out of time, and I want to conclude my talk, and I hope we will get more opportunities like this in future so that we can keep meeting each other and exchanging ideas. And thanks again for this opportunity. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your valuable and inspiring insights. May I now request our beloved principal, Dr. B. Sadashivegowda, who has been a driving force behind this FDP, to address the gathering.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. On the day we have the chief guest of today's function, respected Dr. Nandish P. Kuruvati, who has just spoken to us, Honorable President Sri Vidyavardhaka, Honorable Secretary Engineer P. Vishwanath, Honorable Treasurer Sri Srisaila Ramanavan, Dr. C.M. Patil, Professor and Head of Electronics and Communication Engineering, Dr. Nagaraj, and all the members of the organizing committee, and all the respected invitees, my colleagues, and students from Electronics and Communication Engineering Department. And today's chief guest has clearly explained the importance of speech processing, 5G, 6G, communication, and this is also part of electronics and communication. And in fact, we also have All India Institute of Speech and Hearing in our city, who do a lot of practical aspects of what you learn in this faculty development program. But then going through it, there are more than 466 million people who need or who have hearing problems in the world today. And this number is increasing. 466 million is a huge number. So it means that, in fact, many people, when they become old, will also have hearing problems. This is including that 466 million. So the FDP that you are going to do, you are attending, is very, very important because it is going to improve the living standards of human beings. Anything that is going to enhance the quality of life is going to be very, very important. And just imagine that we are not able to hear what others speak, what kind of imagination we can do. So we also have a couple of students who have this problem in our institute. And they have completed engineering successfully. But assume that they are able to hear very well without any problem, their performance will double. So this FDP is really helping the mankind. And just to give some statistics about women in engineering in our institute, there are 42% girls or female who are pursuing engineering in our institute. Then of course 58% is men, 42%. And earlier we had 38%, it has increased to 42% in the recent past. And Vidyavardhaka College of Engineering, for the benefit of participants from outside Mysuru, we are one of the leading engineering institutes in the city of Mysuru with a student population of close to 5,800. And we have 6 undergraduate programs, 6 postgraduate programs, and also research centers. We have a total intake of both UG and PG put together more than 2,000. In the undergraduate program itself, we have 1,500, and the postgraduate program, we have 600. All put together, we'll have something like 2,000 plus, including the athlete. And our institute is accredited by National Board of Accreditation, and also we got a A grade since 2018. Since 2017, all the undergraduate programs have been accredited by MBA. We also figured in NIRF. We also got a few labs accredited by NABL, ISO certification. So basically to see that we provide quality engineering and management education whoever joins our institute. And also the placement record has been very impressive. We have been able to place more than 80% of our students who graduate from this institute at the undergraduate level. And as an institute, we are growing phenomenally. Every year we are adding about 800 students. Last year we had about 5,000 students. This year is 5,800. So year on year we are growing. We want to achieve something like 8,000 students. And maybe in a year or two we want to become a university so that we can grow further and provide quality engineering and management education to this part of students, particularly the Mysuru region. Of course, we get students from all over India and majority from all over Karnataka. And we believe that this kind of faculty development programs will help understand what's happening in the domain on which we are going to discuss, that is speech processing in hearing aids. And it is being sponsored by Government of India. And I would like to congratulate the Department of ENC for conducting this 6-day faculty development program for the benefit of all the faculty members and also the students. With this, I wish each one of you a pleasant stay on our campus. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your inspiring leadership and vision. I now request Engineer P. Vishwanath, Secretary, Vidyavardhaka Sangha, and first Mayor of Mysuru to share his message with us.
Good morning. I'm very happy to associate myself in this ATAL FDP-2025, speech processing hearing aids, current techniques, challenges and opportunities. Today's chief guest, Dr. Manish P. Kuruvati, Research Penasani Ceremony, Sri Gundapagowda, Honorary President, Sri Ramana, Honorary Treasurer, Dr. Visar Srigoda, Principal, Dr. C.M. Patil, HOD, PNC, all deans and HODs and participants for assembly. The importance has been briefed by use of FDP by respected principal. Also mentioned the hearing problem exceeds 46 million, 466 million. That is something like 46 lakhs, 46 crores, 60 lakhs. And we are seeing many of the elderly persons, more than 60, 70 years old, are facing this hearing problem. Many of my friends who are past 70, they are forced to use the hearing aids. And the hearing aids also is coming in a very miniature way. And people doesn't want to show that they have got a problem. They want to hide it within the ear. And the processing of this aids is also very challenging. I think it is a very good subject for the Electronics and Communication Department. I'm sure this FDP will throw light on that and will be very useful to the participants. I thank everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your encouraging message. It is now my honor to invite Sri Gundapagowda, President, Vidyavardhaka Sangha, Mysuru, and a devotee of Ramakrishna Ashram to deliver the presidential address.
ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ಜ್ಞಾನಾದಿ ದಿಮಿರಾಂಧಸ್ಯ ಜ್ಞಾನಾಂಜನ ಸಲಾಕಾಯ ಚಕ್ಷುರುನಿಮಿತೇನ ತಸ್ಮೈ ಶ್ರೀ ಗುರುವೇ ನಮಃ. ಈ ದಿನದ ಮುಖ್ಯ ಅತಿಥಿಗಳಾದ ಶ್ರೀ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ನಂದೀಶ್ ಪಿ ಕೊರಟಿಯವರೇ, ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಯ ಕಾರ್ಯದರ್ಶಿಯಾದ ಶ್ರೀ ವಿಶ್ವನಾಥ್ ಅವರೇ, ಶ್ರೀಶೈಲ ರಾಮಣ್ಣವರೇ, ಪ್ರಾಚಾರ್ಯರಾದ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಪಿ ಸದಾಶಿವರೇ, ವಿಭಾಗದ ಮುಖ್ಯಸ್ಥರಾದ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಸಿ ಎಂ ಪಾಟೀಲ್ ಅವರೇ, ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಶ್ರೀ ನಾಗರಾಜ್ ಅವರೇ, ಎಲ್ಲ ವಿಭಾಗದ ಮುಖ್ಯಸ್ಥರೇ, ಉಪನ್ಯಾಸಕರೇ, ಭಾಗವಹಿಸಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ತಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಕೂಡ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ವಿದ್ಯಾವರ್ಧಕ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆ 1949ರಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಾರಂಭಿಸಲಾಯಿತು. ಸಿ ಕೆ ಪುಟ್ಟಸ್ವಾಮಿ ಅವರ ಮತ್ತು ಸ್ನೇಹಿತರು ಪ್ರಾರಂಭಿಸಿದರು. ಪ್ರಾರಂಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ತಿಮ್ಮಿನ ಕ್ಷೇತ್ರದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೈಸ್ಕೂಲನ್ನು ಪ್ರಾರಂಭಿಸಿ 1975ನೇ ಇಸ್ವಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರದೇಶವನ್ನು ಸರ್ಕಾರದಿಂದ ಪಡೆದು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ತಾಂತ್ರಿಕ ಕಾಲೇಜು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೆವು. ನಾವು 1997ರಲ್ಲಿ PM ಚಿಕ್ಕೋನ ಸಾಹಿತ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಇಂಜಿನಿಯರಿಂಗ್ ಕಾಲೇಜನ್ನು ಪ್ರಾರಂಭಿಸಿ ಈಗ 28 ವರ್ಷ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೂ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆ ಬಹಳ ಯಶಸ್ವಿಯಾಗಿ ನಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಪ್ರಾರಂಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಕೇವಲ 4 ಕೋರ್ಸ್ ಮಾತ್ರ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು 240 ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳು. ಈಗ 1540 ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳಿಗೆ ಈ ವರ್ಷ ಪ್ರವೇಶವನ್ನು ನಾವು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಒಂದು ಸಂಸ್ಥೆ ಬೆಳೀಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಆಡಳಿತ ಮಂಡಳಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಮುಖ್ಯನೋ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಮುಖ್ಯ ಪ್ರಾಚಾರ್ಯರು ಮತ್ತು ಉಪನ್ಯಾಸಕರು. ಅವರ ಶಕ್ತಿ ಮೀರಿ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಈ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆ ಬಹಳ ಯಶಸ್ವಿಯಾಗಿ ನಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ವಿದ್ಯಾವರ್ಧಕ ಕಾಲೇಜ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಂಜಿನಿಯರ್ ಮೈಸೂರು ಯೋಜಿಸಿರುವ 6 ದಿನಗಳ ಪ್ರಾಯೋಗಿಕ ಫ್ಯಾಕಲ್ಟಿ ಡೆವಲಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮವು ಇಂದಿನ ವೇಗವಾಗಿ ಬೆಳೆಯುತ್ತಿರುವ ಸಂವಹನ ತಂತ್ರಜ್ಞಾನ ಕ್ಷೇತ್ರದಲ್ಲಿ ಕೇಳುವ ಸಾಧನೆಗಳಿಗಾಗಿ ಭಾಷಾ ಸಂಸ್ಕರಣೆಯ ಪ್ರಗತಿಯನ್ನು ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಳ್ಳುವಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಮಹತ್ವದ ವೇದಿಕೆಯಾಗಿದೆ. ಈ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮವು ತಾಂತ್ರಿಕ ಕಲಿಕೆ, ಶಬ್ದ ಕಡಿತ ಸೇರಿದಂತೆ ಮಾತೃಸ್ಥಾನದಲ್ಲಿ ಬಳಸಲಾಗುತ್ತಿರುವ ಆಧುನಿಕ ತಂತ್ರಜ್ಞಾನಗಳ ಕುರಿತ ಸಮಗ್ರ ಜ್ಞಾನವನ್ನು ನೀಡುವ ಉದ್ದೇಶ ಹೊಂದಿದೆ. ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮವು ಸಂಶೋಧಕರು, ಅಕಾಡೆಮಿಕ್ ಉದ್ಯಮ ತಜ್ಞರು ಮತ್ತು ತಂತ್ರಜ್ಞಾನ ಕ್ಷೇತ್ರದ ಪರಿಣಿತರು ಒಂದೇ ವೇದಿಕೆಗೆ ತರಲು ಆಶಿಸಿದೆ. ಈ ಫ್ಯಾಕಲ್ಟಿ ಡೆವಲಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮವು ಈ ಪ್ರಮುಖ ಗುರಿಯು ಭಾಗವಹಿಸುವವರಿಗೆ ಕೇಳುವ ಸಾಧನಗಳ ವಿನ್ಯಾಸದಲ್ಲಿ ತಾಂತ್ರಿಕ, ವೈದ್ಯಕೀಯ ಮತ್ತು ಬಳಕೆದಾರರ ಕೇಂದ್ರಿತ ಸವಾಲುಗಳ ಪೈಕಿ ಇರುವ ಅವಕಾಶಗಳನ್ನು ಪರಿಚಯಿಸಲಾಗಿದೆ. ಭವಿಷ್ಯದ ಸಂಶೋಧನಾ ದಿಕ್ಕುಗಳು, ನವೀನ ವಿಧಾನಗಳು, ವೈಯಕ್ತಿಕ ಕೃತ ಶ್ರವಣ ಆಲ್ಗೋರಿಥಮ್ಗಳು ಮತ್ತು ಜಾಗತಿಕವಾಗಿ ಬಳಕೆಯಾಗುತ್ತಿರುವ ತಂತ್ರಜ್ಞಾನದ ಕುರಿತು ಚರ್ಚೆ ನಡೆಯಲಿದೆ. ಕೊನೆಯದಾಗಿ ಆಫ್ಲೈನ್ ಮೂಲಕ ಭಾಗವಹಿಸುವ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನನ್ನ ಉತ್ಪೂರ್ವಕ ಕೃತಜ್ಞತೆಯನ್ನು ಅರ್ಪಿಸುತ್ತೇನೆ. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಸಕ್ರಿಯ ಭಾಗವಹಿಸುವಿಕೆ ಮತ್ತು ಚಿಂತನೆಗಳು ಈ ಫ್ಯಾಕಲ್ಟಿ ಡೆವಲಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮವನ್ನು ಜ್ಞಾನ ವಿನಿಮಯ ಮತ್ತು ಸಂಶೋಧನಾ ತಾಂತ್ರಿಕತೆಯ ಒಂದು ವಿಶ್ವಮಟ್ಟದ ವೇದಿಕೆಯಾಗಿ ಪರಿವರ್ತಿಸಿದೆ ಎಂದು ಆಶಿಸುತ್ತೇನೆ. ತಮಗೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ಒಳ್ಳೆಯದಾಗಲಿ.
Thank you, sir, for your thoughtful words. To express gratitude on behalf of the organizing committee, I now request Audrey Erling, Assistant Professor, Department of ECE, to deliver the vote of thanks.
A very good morning to one and all present here. I deem it a great privilege to thank all those who have contributed to the success of this inaugural function. I would like to express my profound gratitude to our esteemed chief guest, Dr. Nandish P. Kuruvati, Research Engineer, Panasonic, Germany, for kindly accepting our invitation. Thank you, sir. I would like to offer sincere thanks and gratitude to our Honorable President, Sri Gundappa Gowda, for his gracious presence. Thank you, sir. I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude to our Honorable Secretary, Engineer P. Vishwanath, for his gracious presence. Thank you, sir. I also thank our Honorable Treasurer, Sri Shaila Ramananavar, for his presence. Thank you, sir. I am thankful to our beloved principal, Dr. B. Sadashivagowda, for his guidance. Thank you, sir. I am also thankful to Dr. Chandrasekhar M. Patil, Professor and Head, Department of ECE, for his constant support and guidance. Thank you, sir. I extend my heartfelt thanks to Dr. Nagaraja BG, coordinator, whose dedication and coordination were crucial to the success of this FDP. Thank you, sir. I extend my sincere gratitude to all the deans, heads of various departments, resource persons and participants from various colleges. Thank you. I take this opportunity to thank all the organizing committee members, teaching and non-teaching staff of ENC department, student volunteers who have contributed significantly to the success of this FDP. Thank you one and all.
Thank you, ma'am. As we conclude the inaugural ceremony, let us carry forward the spirit of today with the belief that innovation begins with curiosity, grows with knowledge, and succeeds through collaboration. Wishing all the participants a fruitful and transformative FDP experience. Thank you one and all. Tea has been arranged at the C block second floor, and the sessions will be held at C block room number 209. Sessions will start from 11 a.m. Thank you.